It's been about 6 weeks since I started taking Strattera for my ADHD, so I wanted to do a little update. I'm no longer on it. I stopped. I did want to wait the full 6 weeks before deciding whether I wanted to stop or continue with it. That was the plan, but something happened that made me just that was the last straw kind of situation. So I was on a very low dosage of 10 milligrams because if I took any more than that, it would affect my sleep too much. My plan with my doctor was to start really low and titrate up, but every time I tried to titrate up, I just wouldn't sleep. One day I took it a little bit later than usual. I woke up later because it was the weekend and I took it around 10 instead of 7 when I usually take it, and I just didn't sleep at all that night. That was extremely frustrating, being on such a low dosage of a medication that takes a really long time to build up in your system to actually work. I just wasn't really seeing any benefits of an ADHD medication. I was kind of seeing the opposite because it made me sleepier during the day. I really wanted it to work. It's out for me. I'm back on Vyvanse actually, which is interesting because that was the whole reason why I wanted to start Strattera, because I had quite a few negative side effects on Vyvanse, mostly issues with sleep when I was taking it, but I have been doing a lot of things to counter the negative side effects of Vyvanse. I've been on it for a little over a week, back on it for a little over a week, and I have to do these things or else I won't sleep. I've slept really well every night that I've done these things. I didn't sleep the one night I didn't do it. I love Vyvanse when it works, when I can sleep. I find it really, really helps my ADHD. I'm going to make a separate video talking about things I'm doing to reduce the negative side effects of Vyvanse. They're definitely working for me, and they're also things that are very much benefiting my ADHD and overall health. I also do want to say, just because my experience with Strattera was so frustrating and negative, that doesn't mean that yours will be. I have a really good friend who is on Strattera and it's working very well for her. I've connected with a ton of people online who say that Strattera works really well for them too, and stimulants don't work for a lot of people. But I also do want to acknowledge the reality that it doesn't work for a lot of people too, and there are a ton of people who also experience negative side effects with it. So if that is you, know that you're not alone. It sucks that we have to go through this process of experiencing really horrible negative side effects to find the right medication that works, but it is what it is, I guess. Finally, thank you to everyone who messaged me or commented on my posts about being on Strattera or being on ADHD meds and sharing your experience. It really, really meant a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. I have been on and off ADHD medications for like an extremely long time, since I was 12. So I have a lot of experience with it. I have a lot of empathy for people, anyone going through the highs and lows of medication. If you ever have any questions on my experience, I'm not a doctor, obviously. I'm not a pharmacist, so I can't answer like any questions about the medications, but I can speak to my experience, and I can speak to things that have really helped me counteract the negative side effects, because medication is amazing when it works, but the negative side effects are not so amazing. Complicated topic. Overall, grateful for medication, but not grateful for medications that don't work. But I'm glad they do work for people who it works for.